obviously surfing is very much based on the environment and the different conditions. Like, how do you deal with that as an athlete? Because you can't always like predict like what the waves are going to do. You can't be like, wow, I'm really in the mood for surfing today, and then you go out and it's just dead.
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with that as an athlete and use that sort of in a way that's going to help you progress?
So do you know what? You couldn't have asked me at a better time, because we were in a 3 weeks flat spell. Right?
Yeah.
So I haven't surfed for 3 weeks. And it can be, for me anyway, it's my job, you know.
Yeah.
Like, half my job is the coaching, and the other half, it comes from my sponsors, comes from performing and being a better surfer. So definitely has a bit of an effect on my mental, not health, but well-being, you know, just how positive I am day to day. I'm a little bit more grouchy when I don't get to surf. It's be like if you guys don't get to train.
Yeah.
But for me, just being disciplined, having the gym there, I've got a really good program, and I can message my coach Mike and just say, look, there's no waves, any chance I could have, you know, more volume, more sessions to keep me occupied. But it's one of those sports, you have to make hay when the sun's shining, you know, like when there's waves, you gotta get in the water, and my training will come down when there's waves, and I'll surf 3 times a day, you know, as much as I can. And going abroad helps, you know, gonna go away, more consistency and better waves too. But yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a really tricky one to balance it all.
So how do you like bring yourself to train when waves are really good but you're just not feeling it, or you might be fatigued because you've had like a 3-week break, and then you've got a week of just solid waves and you want to make the most of it but also not burn out? Like, how do you balance it?
Yeah, so I kind of allow my coach to do a lot of the hard work when it comes to like my programming. You know, I don't self-program at all. Like it's all in an app for me. I just turn up to the gym like an idiot and just do what's on there, you know, which is perfect for me.
That's the best way sometimes to do.
Yeah, so I just stay in good contact with my coach. I think any good S&C, like if you're paying good money, will do that for you and can tailor around. But I think listening to my body has been really important. You know, I'm a professional athlete, so I've got to push myself. But I don't like surfing sore. I hate surfing sore. So it's a fine line for me between being able to perform in the sea fatigued and then not training at all. Because you still got to train.
So we're actually developing our own with our programs. At least we're actually doing a surfing one. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to factor in for that was the flexibility to be able to choose how frequently to train depending on swell. Because it's all well going, here's the 3-day-a-week training program for surfing, but then you have a week where it's absolutely pumping, you want to get out, and then you have a week where it's flat for 3 weeks that we've got now, we've got quite a lull, and it's like, well, I actually want to train more now. It's like, it's bounce and that's quite tricky.
For sure. So I think for me, like, in these more recent years, well, like the last year really, I've been maybe sacrificing, let's say, you know, I've got a week of waves, I'll sacrifice like a couple of days of the week to maybe just surf once and then train in the evening.
Yeah.
So just picking my battles, and because of the benefits I found training has had on my performance in my sport, and like, you know, the prevention of injury and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do think it's really beneficial. So I try and make sure I'm in the gym. But if there's waves, like you said, you're gonna go surfing. So a good way that which my coach Mike he's developing an app, you know, similar to a lot of the other training ones. But I said to him, just put in there so that I can log my surf, so you can see how much I'm surfing, and you can see, you know, okay, and he can then tell me, okay, you can hold back on your training a little bit if you're surfing that much. So it's a big part, because if you give someone a training plan, you go, here you are, here's your 5 days a week, and then they're surfing as well, actually, like, the volume is way higher than what it was. So